Okay, so we're testing the stream now. Excellent, coming through. Excellent, so I'm testing this audio once again before I start. Yeah, sounds pretty clean, no crackling, hey. Excellent, so yeah, I'm just about to kick it off. Give me a moment. Okay, so I think you guys can probably hear me now again. Testing this audio, just want to make sure that we're good. All right, excellent. So guys, welcome everyone. Welcome to this live stream. And And look, I just wanted to actually live stream this because frankly, I didn't really have the time to edit videos, and I thought the best thing to do would just to actually live stream to YouTube. And I really wanted to talk about a few new plugins that I've actually come out with VDO.ninja. So as you can see on Discord, this is the VDO.ninja Discord server. So anyone who actually uses VDO.ninja, I really strongly suggest you check out the VDO.ninja Discord. Discord server, and I'll actually put the link in the description for the VDO.ninja Discord server. But what Steve actually does over here is he actually puts up several updates in the actual Discord. Give me a second. Yeah, so he actually puts up several updates, and I wanted to, just so I can actually keep in touch with all these updates, and I wanted to share all the updates with you guys as well. So I think the best thing to do over here is really share these updates that have actually recently taken place, because I think these are super exciting updates. All right, guys. So let's just check these updates out. The first update was today. Like, look, I'm in Sydney, right? So I got an update at 3:11 p.m. Sydney time, and this was actually no. Before that, let's just rewind a bit. No, no, no. The first update was early this morning, and this one was a VST3 plugin. So what Steve has built, Steve actually built a VST3 plugin for VDO.ninja, right? And I think that this is something surely needed because, previously with Video.ninja, it was always that if you wanted to send like audio from your computer to Video.ninja, you always had to do this convoluted way of using VB audio and then sending, like, doing an internal cable, virtual audio cable on your single PC and doing it that way. But this way, using this VST3 plugin that he's built, you can actually load up the VST3 plugin in a DAW such as Reaper or even Ableton Live, and then you can actually send the audio from there into a Video.ninja room or a Video.ninja session. And the cool thing is that can be anywhere, right? So the Video.ninja session can be running anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. You can just send it across, using that VST plugin. So let's actually check this out. Now, I've already downloaded this VST plugin, but all you need to do is go to this URL, and you can actually go ahead and download the VST plugin. I'm just going to check my audio once again because I'm having a few issues with my audio. Let me just check. And if you guys can hear me, just let me know in the chat, yeah, if you guys can actually hear me. But let me check this audio real quick. Perfect. Okay, I think my audio is coming through. Nice. All right. So as I was saying, VDO.ninja, it's called VDO.ninja WebRTC Bridge. It is a VST3 plugin that allows you to send audio from a DAW or really any program that accepts VST3 plugins. I mean, that includes OBS, right? OBS, you can actually have VST3 plugins running. There is a little bit of a workaround at the moment, but I spoke to the guys at OBS and they did tell me that the next update will have VST3 support. Right now it only has VST2 support, but there is a wrapper that you can use, and I'll show that to you guys as well. But let's check this one out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this. I'm gonna go ahead and open up a DAW. Let's just say I open up Reaper. All right, just give it a minute. We're still evaluating Reaper. We haven't bought it. That's okay. Still evaluating. Cool. All right, so let's say I've got Reaper, which is a DAW. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and while Reaper is open, I'm gonna go back here. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a VDO.ninja room. I'm gonna create a room, and I'm gonna call it Media Tech Test, and I'm gonna give it a password. Just today 1234, and I'm gonna enter the control room. Right. So now I've created a room called Media Tech Test, and now let's go back to Reaper. Guys, let me know if my stream is buffering because I am using an external encoder and I was having a few issues with that. So just let me know, guys, if my video does buffer. Thanks heaps. All right, so let's create a new track. And I'm going to go ahead and in this track, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that my audio is coming through. Okay, great. So now you guys can see that. That's my audio coming through in Reaper. Okay, awesome. And now all we need to do is go ahead and add the VST plugin. So once you open up your plugins in any DAW, you'll actually see the WebRTC bridge, right? So I'm going to select that. I'm going to say add. Okay, great. So I've added it. Now what we want to do, there are a couple of things here. Now there are two modes. There's play mode and there's seed mode. Now, seed mode basically means you're sending, and play mode means you're receiving, right? So I'm going to set it up as seed mode, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and select, give it a room name, okay? So it's Media Tech Test is a room name. Media Tech Test is a room name. I'm going to give the password, the one we selected, which is today 1234. Great. Okay. And it's connecting, peer connecting, publishing. All right. Awesome. So it's already telling me that it's publishing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and there's one thing you want to make sure is you need to be able to, you need to actually turn on monitoring, right? So in your DAW, the actual plugin will receive the audio only when you've got monitoring turned on. So record monitoring on, and then you've got recording monitoring auto. So we're just going to keep it on auto, right? And now it's actually told me that it's connected and it's publishing. So if we actually go to our VDO.ninja room, there you go. So as you can see, my VDO.ninja room is receiving the audio feed. Now guys, this is only audio, right? This is not video. But my VDO.ninja room is receiving the audio from Reaper. And the audio levels are a little bit low, but I'm going to go back to Reaper. And you can actually mess around. You can go up and turn the volume up, right? So that's totally fine. It is receiving a little bit of a low level. I don't know why, but yeah, that's it receiving the audio. And that's really it, guys. That's the plugin. It allows you to send audio using VST3 from a DAW or any other host program that can host VST3 into a Reaper. Right? So that's really that's what this plugin really does, which is awesome. Now, what is the next update? Let's have a look at that. So this is great. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of Reaper. I don't want to save it, and that's closed out. Cool. If I refresh this, that input should disappear. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. Okay. Now what's the next one? So that's their plugin. Awesome plugin, can be used for anything at all. The next one, iOS app. I haven't tested this out as well, but I think that he's made a few updates to the iOS app, and so that's actually in here, which is cool. The next one, which I haven't downloaded as yet, this is Game Capture. So this is awesome. Like he says, VDO.ninja, if you want to capture your screen or your game without using a browser source, this is an actual standalone app. Like it's an executable file. It's a Windows file that you can actually run and capture the game audio, right? I haven't installed this as yet. I don't plan on touching it right now because I don't really have a proper use case. Once I think of a use case, I will be using it as well, right? This is great for esports, like he says, um, and great for like multi-view support and things like that. So we'll check that out. But the other one I wanted to talk about, which is really handy, which is actually the OBS plugin. So now VDO.ninja has a OBS plugin. All right, guys, I'm just going to check my audio again. Okay, so I'm testing this audio now. Excellent. Okay, so that seems to be working. All right, cool. Okay, so just going back to what I was talking about, where is Discord? Awesome. So this plugin is the OBS plugin that adds VDO.ninja publishing support to OBS. So essentially, you can actually publish directly. So the idea of this, it's a plugin for OBS, right? So the idea of this is it allows you to publish video directly from OBS into a VDO.ninja room. Not only that, you can actually view it. It's got multi-viewer as well, so you can do that. But super simple, install on Windows, Mac, and Linux are supported as well. So it's got everything. It's peer-to-peer. There are no servers involved. Open source, infinite potential for OBS, which is awesome. Also, it can auto add sources into the room to OBS browser sources. Okay, yeah, so this is cool. I haven't tested that part out, but let's actually take a look at this. Yeah, so I'm gonna move to OBS now. Sorry, I know you're looking at OBS and it's got the mirror sort of frames. Apologies for that, but I want to demonstrate how this works in OBS. Right, okay, so I've actually gone ahead. So it's really straightforward. You just go ahead and go to this link and it will download. You just run it, you install it. Sorry, you go to this link, you actually install it just like a regular application. All right, so no different. Once you do, it will open up, it will just create this doc automatically. Now, what's strange, I want to talk to Steve about this, is that um, I thought that that doc would actually show up in one of the docs over here. But for some reason, I can't see the the VDO.ninja Studio doc in my docs. So that's a bit odd. I don't know why. I'll need to ask Steve about that. However, it will open up as a separate doc, right? In OBS. So it works really similar to the VST plugin. All you need to do is the stream ID will be generated automatically. The room ID is a room name. So our room name in VDO.ninja is called Media Tech Test, and so I've actually set the room name over here as Media Tech Test. The password, it's today1234, the capital T. I'm gonna just double check that. There we go, today1234. So that's the password. All right, and it's already got an ID over there. Max viewers, you can select how many viewers can view. That really depends on your computer, because the more viewers that you have viewing your output from this plugin, the more your computer is going to work, right? So we're just going to keep it as 10 is the default. We're just going to keep it at 10. And this is an option where auto add a room feeds to scenes. Now I'm going to keep that unchecked because by default that is unchecked, right? And there's one more thing you need to do. This stream ID, copy your stream ID, copy it, and go to and actually go to your settings. I don't know if you guys are actually seeing my screen. Interesting. Hang on. Oh, you guys are. Perfect. Okay. So go to your settings. Make sure that you're in settings and then go to stream. And then automatically in the service, you'll have a VDO.ninja service. So make sure you select that. And this server will automatically be populated. All right. That's the server. And you need to pop in the actual stream ID that we copied from here. You need to pop that into the stream key and apply. Okay. Once you do that, you can actually go live. And look, guys, it's live now. It is actually streaming, as you can see. We don't have any drop frames at the moment where my mouse is. We are streaming, so it does actually stream. It's like a regular stream from OBS. And as you can see, the feed is showing up in VDO.ninja. There you go. That's the feed. Oops. Okay, there we go. I messed that up. But yeah, that's the feed. That's my actual stream coming from OBS. So really, all it's doing is we're streaming from OBS, streaming all my stuff that's going on in OBS directly into VDO.ninja. Right, so that's one way of sending a stream to VDO.ninja. And look, this is really awesome because I can think of a lot of different use cases for this because it's obviously VDO.ninja, because it's obviously WebRTC. It's going across the internet, right? So one example is, for example, let's say you've got a room and you're actually remotely running an event that might be happening somewhere else, and or you want to screen share something into a room, or you want to send music into a room. I mean, look, guys, the use cases are tremendous. I can't even think that there's so many use cases that you can actually use this for. But just as a basic workflow, this actually sends this video into VDO.ninja. Really straightforward, right? So I'm actually going to move on to just check if there are any other updates here. That was one of their biggest updates. He's got one more update, which is also for the native Android app here for VDO.ninja. I haven't actually tested the Android app. I don't have an Android phone, but I do have an Android tablet. So that might be something I may test. But he's updated that. He's actually added a few more things into that, right? So you can actually download the APK from the link, and you can actually go ahead and download it. So really, guys, that was this live stream. I just got excited about, especially with the direct low latency OBS plugin, and also the actual audio bridge plugin, which is really awesome. Great for DJs if they want to, like, send their music into a VDO.ninja room. If they're having a performance, that's awesome. If you're really, if you run a podcast studio that's built somewhere else remote, and you're managing it remotely and you want to receive the feed, you can actually use this plugin. You can actually use this in OBS audio just to send the audio to maybe a different computer, right? So you can go OBS to OBS, VST plugin to VST plugin as well. So that's another use case for that. So guys, that's really all the live stream for today. I will be back on later on, and I want to make these live streams more often. I do want to do them. I really find this enjoyable, and obviously the basic focus of this channel is live streaming, right? So I think that's super important. Let me see if any messages here. No messages today. But that's all good, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.